Hello YouTube, it's your boy Nathan coming to you to do another recap video. Today we're talking 90 Day Fiancé DIY Season 5, Episode 23, Tell All Part 2. And we got a lot to discuss. I got a lot to say in this video, so we're just going to get on to it. I got some updates as well. So, I was expecting the part 2 of the Tell All to be as intense as the first part. It wasn't, in my opinion. I think the third part next week will be just like the first, but second one was a little bit boring in my opinion. But we did get some answers. So we kicked things off with Julio and Kirsten. So we left off with Julio like pulling out his phone and about to show everybody the conversation that he filmed with Kirsten. So he does that, and he exposes her in the audio, and it was basically like Julio had suspicions about Kirsten like possibly cheating with this other guy that she went to go dress shopping with or something. And apparently when he confronted her, she took his phone, deleted the conversations and blocked them and everything. So he called her out on it, like in the audio recording, and she did it again, and she was just basically like deflecting on him. And she's like, "Well, why are you recording me?" He was like, "Well, why did you delete the conversation with that guy?" And then she kept on saying, "Why are you recording me?" and stuff. And like, are you gonna admit what you did was wrong, and that you just like randomly like delete it? Because like in the conversation, they were calling each other like Poppy. Was it her Poppy or something? And he was like, "You're calling each other like Papa and all that, like these little pet names and stuff, and you're deleting it." And she did admit it. She's like, "Yeah, but why you record me?" So right there, Kirsten was in the wrong. So like she knew she was in trouble. She deleted the conversation, got caught, admitted to it. There was that. However, however, after the fact, Kirsten tried to deflect on Julia that he was seeing another girl, like right and before the breakup. So apparently, right before Julio and Kirsten had that breakup over that video chat, Julio went to a wedding, or no, went somewhere where he was DJing, and he met a girl there and they started following each other. Apparently, him and her are now dating, and Kirsten had suspicions when he started following her and everything. And so she was suspecting that he was cheating, and he said that he was not and everything. He met her last September, but I mean, we don't know who she is or anything, but that was Kirsten's re- rebuttal to it. However, the cast was asked like okay, like who, like we didn't know who to really believe. We thought, well, Kirsten was in the wrong, maybe Julio's in the wrong and stuff. So what they also did was they called the guy that Kirsten was talking to. Kirsten was like, "We'll call this guy now, and he'll tell you that there's nothing going on." So they call him on the phone, and she asked him, are we friends?" Yes. And the dude was a little nervous. And she asked him, like, "Are we friends? Did we ever hook up?" And he's like, no, no. And then he asked about Julio and stuff and everything. "Oh, we're just friends," or he sounded really nervous. He sounded suspicious, in my opinion. Everybody, the other cast, thought he sounded really suspicious. So, I mean, we didn't really get nowhere with that. But Julio and Kirsten are done. Julio is dating this new girl. We don't know who she is and whatnot. And yeah. So yeah, that was Kirsten and Julio. The next couple that they talked to was Kenny and Armando. So Kenny and Armando, they just talked about the baby update. The girl that they had, that they went to the clinic with throughout the season, ghosted them on her last clinic visit. She went ghost, so they had to find a new uh, donor, and they did find somebody new. And apparently, this new person and their little baby making process has seven ovariums and stuff. So there's like 7 chances of having a baby, and possibly they're on the verge of possibly having twins. So that's different. The question was asked between Kenny and Tim. Now Tim, Andre, Kalani, and Tanya are at the tell-all, like giving their opinion. Kenny and Tim are really good friends. So Sean, the host, asked Tim, "Did you give Tim advice?" And he was like, "You know what? He's just doing all of this for Armando, and he's not thinking of himself. He wants to do everything that he can to make Armando happy because he knows that this is going to make Armando happy." Which another reason was them moving to Mexico City. So Sean asked them how them moving to Mexico City has been for them, and they went. They revealed that they went to a club one night and had a good time. And then the next day, apparently, there was a someone got kidnapped and killed at the not at that same club, but right place right next to the club the next day. So Armando got really scared, and Kenny was like, "That stuff can happen in America too." Um, but he said, little Hannah, Armando's daughter, she's adjusting to the new school really well. She's making good friends and whatnot and everything, and it's basically daisies and roses. Now, they also showed that scene when Kenny and Armando went to the gay club, and that one guy was all over Armando, like getting Armando out of his shell and everything. They talked about that. And they asked Sarper, Sean asked Sarper, like, "Sarper, what is this dance?" Like, asked Sarper, she asked, excuse me, Sean asked Sarper, what can you teach us that this dancer did and everything. So Sarper starts like pulling, like tells everybody to like do something with their hands, and then like facial and all that, just little weird like striptease dance or whatever. It was a little weird. She kind of was like, "Are you really doing that right now?" and everything. But I mean, everybody was on board with it. So we wrapped up Kenny and Armando, but right before we wrapped up Kenny and Armando, um, Armando had asked Tim, like, and Kenny, like, have y'all been, and then joking, what, have y'all been messing around in New York? Well, Armando revealed that Tim has in his phone under for Kenny's name, Daddy. And Sean was like, "What?" Now quickly Kenny like came to the rescue and said, like, "Yeah, we have there's like an inside joke where he calls me daddy and stuff. He's really comfortable with his sexuality. He's really straight, and I'm not, and everything. He gets a lot of backlash online. It's just an inside joke we have basically and everything." And I'm just like, now, Tim has gotten, ever since we met Tim on season 3 of Before the 90 Days, he's gotten a lot of backlash. Like, people were always, like, thinking that he was gay because he didn't want to be intimate with Jennifer. And the fact that, like, his style of clothing and stuff or whatever. I don't judge anybody by their style of clothing and think that they're gay because of what they're wearing and stuff. Tim revealed multiple times that he's not. So I kind of like don't feed into that nonsense and stuff. Just a couple little things here and there, but having them as daddy in his phone was a little weird. But I mean, whatever floats your boat and stuff. But I'm not too focused on Tim's sexuality like everybody else is. He says that he's straight, and I just believe him. Let's just leave him alone about that, because people who are straight, or people who think that other people are gay when they're not, and people are just like, "You're gay, you just don't want to admit it." It's really irritating. And I think that Tim is getting irritated by hearing that all the time because he knows that he's not and stuff. So I will defend him. And I'm not a Tim fan. I think he's really bland, boring. He keeps it real, which is fair enough, but I think he's really bland and boring and just like moody all the time. and everything. Nothing like really like phases him and stuff. And I mean, that's just my opinion on him. So, but yeah, we'll talk more about Tim later. Next couple that they went back to Kimberly and TJ. So they brought out TJ's brother Yash, and they basically set the record straight. I'm not gonna spend too much time on them. They set the record straight. The question was asked like, are you they asked Yash, TJ's brother, are you happy that Kimberly is your sister-in-law? And he said yes. So cool. We're just tired of the arguing and screaming, but yeah, I'm happy that she's my sister-in-law. Cool, we could just leave it at that. So yeah, after that, then was the moment we've been waiting for. Danielle and Johan. Oh, Danielle and Johan. I gotta tell y'all, Johan is disgusting. Now, we left off with Danielle and Johan like breaking up because, he ain't giving her no more money. Like, she ain't giving him no more money. He's saying that she ain't doing nothing for him. And then he leaves, and then all these girls come out the woodwork saying, oh, I've been with Johan, this, and that. The question was asked that after they broke up, Sean asked them, when was the last time y'all seen each other? And they said 2 weeks ago. Danielle's still living in the DR. She said that, even though we broke up, like I still love his family. We had dinner with his family. I still love and care about his family. And we made a pact like to not be enemies, basically. And everybody's like, well, he cheated and lied and everything. But yeah, but still, like we're still gonna try to be friends. So then we brought up the cheating allegations. Danielle brought some receipts and stuff saying that like a lot of girls like reached out to her and said that, oh, I was with your husband. One girl said that she was with him like a month before Danielle and Johan got married and everything. Johan was sending inappropriate pictures of himself to some of these girls and stuff and everything. So the question was asked, like, Sean asked Johan, like, did you like cheat on Danielle or do anything? And he was like, I did send pictures, but me and Danielle were broken up. I did not cheat on Danielle. Danielle's claiming he did, and he's like, I have the screenshots right here, basically, and everything, and blah blah blah. And apparently, there was also a site. There's I think she said Sankey Panky. It's just basically like a Dominican Republic DR guy, like wanting money from American women, something like that. Sankey Panky. And there was a website where Danielle got petty one day and defamed Johan on her. So she posted a picture of Johan saying, this is Johan, he lives at this place. Have anybody been messing around with him? And she said like over like 50, 60 women had like reached out to her. And she said that Johan doesn't know how to check his Instagram or change his password. She said that she created his Instagram. She knows the password and stuff so she can see like everything. And with all these people, she decided, to all the girls that reached out to her, she decided to add them as a friend. And she said she's going to follow each and every one of these girls to see what they do. She said some girls blocked her. Some girls like questioned her and everything. And she was more focused on the girls who had blocked her and stuff. So like Danielle came hot and heavy. So Armando had asked Johan, like, I was on your side, but like basically, what are you doing? And everything. Johan had the audacity to say that he's just me, and if any, I don't care what any of y'all in this cast have to think, and all y'all can go to hell. So when he said to Armando and everybody else to go to hell, he's basically guilty. Right back at you, buddy. So I tell you what, Danielle, I didn't like her at first, and I was watching Pillow Talk, and from when Danielle was on season 4 the other way, At the last tell-all, Jen was saying, Jen that was with Jen and Rishi, she was saying I was too hard on Danielle, and I'm sorry about that. Now looking at it, I we gotta be hard on Johan clearly, and I agree, and I agree. So yeah, that was Danielle Johan, and that their segment is still not done. We'll see more of them next week. So that was Danielle and Johan, and the last couple they went to is Holly and Wayne. So Holly and Wayne, um, Holly has been back in the United States for like 4 months, and she came back home because her mother was sick, and she said that she got into a lot of credit card debt in South Africa, and she wanted to pay that off here in America. And I'm just thinking, okay, cool, but since you're married now, got married over there, are you eligible to work over there? I don't know. But she really has no desire to come back to South Africa. Wayne has no desire to come to America. Now, the big shocker is that Holly and Wayne haven't even spoken to each other in a couple weeks. And we're just like, how are y'all married and not speaking to each other? And Wayne is upset because Holly's always crying and an emotional wreck. And Holly feels like he's not giving her support and vice versa. Now, everybody was asking, was going after Wayne a lot and asking, like, do you love her and stuff? Because you're not showing it. Like, she's sitting here crying and just wants you to comfort her. And Wayne kept on rolling his eyes and just not giving a two hoots about it. Like, even Mary was like, Wayne, I know you love her. You say you love her, but you're not showing it. Like, she needs a lot of support from you right now, and it just don't even look like you even like her right now and everything. So even you got even Mary like calling you out, Wayne. Wayne didn't seem like he had any remorse. They were asking him that, do you feel this relationship is over or whatever? He's just like, yeah, I don't know. And they asked him like, well, do you want to come to America? He was like, no, my heart is not in America. But a compromise is like, Holly had offered him, why don't you just come here for a vacation for a couple of weeks? You don't have to move here, but just come for vacation. He refuses to even do that. So I don't know why he's being so like hard on her. Like he keeps saying, I'm a man, and I'm working and stuff like Tanya even called him out. It's like, we know you're a man, we can see that. But a real man is there for his wife and stuff. And and yes, Holly is emotional. Now, what bothers me though is freaking Shekinah. Shekinah basically took Wayne's side, and she was basically saying like, well, when you talk to him, like, is it all about you and stuff? Like, is he need support? He's going through a lot too. Okay, maybe he is, but is it all about you? And like, she was like basically talking crap about her and stuff and everything, and like Holly had Shekinah's back. Like when everybody was attacking Shekinah, Holly had her back, but Shekinah is not being nice to Holly, which is weird. Like Shekinah just thinks she all that, and I realize that she ain't nothing. She ain't nothing. Somebody defended you. Somebody defended you through this whole night, and then now you're gonna talk crap about that person, like, and call her out. Girl, bye. Bye. I don't know who you think you are. Like, and I can't wait, till next week because we're going to talk more about Shekinah here soon. So back to Holly and Wayne. So Holly and Wayne, they're just like, we don't know what's happening. Holly starts crying and she walks off the set, and that's basically where we ended it. Holly walking off the set. So that was basically it. So yeah, just to recap, Julio Kirsten, that recording was pretty much solidified. that recording was legit. Kirsten did admit to some wrongdoings. Kenny and Armando, they're trying to have a baby. Kimberly and TJ, Yash is cool. Danielle and Johan is crazy. Holly and Wayne, we don't know what they're doing. Holly crying. So that was basically it. We didn't get a chance to talk to Brandon and Mary yet. We'll finally talk to them next week. We'll talk more with Shekinah and Sarper again next week, and we'll get more update on Danielle and Johan next week. So I can't wait for part 3 of the tell-all when everybody gets called out for everything now. Now, judging by the previews of next week, we're going to call out, they're going to bring out one of the girls that Johan was cheating on Danielle with. They're going to bring her out. And apparently there's a fight that's about to go down with Shekinah and Andre. Now, Andre called their relationship toxic. Judging by the previews, Andre called their relationship toxic. And Sarper was just look who's talking and everything. And we see Andre go up to Shekinah during a break and say, "Are you really going to call me toxic?" And they just had some words she doesn't get out of my face and everything. Go sit down. Andre is like, "You're not going to tell me to sit down," and everything. And then they just have a few words and they go back and forth. So I wonder how that gets started, and I can't wait to see that. My opinion, yeah, Andre. That is the pot calling the kettle black there, because I don't like Andre either. I don't like Andre either. He's arrogant. He's controlling to Libby. He has Libby brainwashed and everything. Now, I do admit that Libby's family has a target on him that shouldn't be, but I think the only person out of that situation I like is just Elizabeth. But I digress there. So anyway, guys, that is the end of that recap. So before I sign off, it was revealed in the trailer yesterday. We have a trailer out, 90 Day The Single Life. Season 4 is coming on New Year's Day. So we got some returning people. We got Veronica and Tim. Again, now Veronica is going to be dating Kim's son Jamal. That was with Usman. Veronica and Kim's son Jamal are together. It was revealed last year to tell all that they were together. So now we're going to see their journey. Tim is going to be on there, finding love too, but he's also going to be confronting Jamal and stuff. There in the trailer, we've seen them get into an argument and stuff about to step up to each other. And my opinion on that one is that Tim, he saw his feelings for Veronica. I know he's protective over her, but he just needs to let her go. He needs to let her go. I think that's the only woman that he really wants to be with, and she don't really want to be with him and stuff. So he has to do everything he can to butt in to her relationships and stuff. And yeah. So Tim, Veronica, and Jamal. Next person will be Debbie. Now, not Debbie Colt's mom, but Debbie from season 4 The Other Way. That was Osama. Miss Debbie's coming back. I loved her. I loved Miss Debbie. She was awesome. So they're going to put her in a single life. Next person is Chantel. So the family Chantel ended. The series ended yesterday. Chantel and Pedro are done. Chantel went to the DR to confront Pedro's crazy family and everything. It didn't go well. Whatever. That's why I didn't recap the family Chantel, because it's just whatever. It's just the same stuff. They all hate each other. Chantel and Pedro are done. So the family Chantel series is over. And now they're going to put Chantel on the single life. So apparently she's going to be going to Greece. So to find love. So we'll see how that goes. Who else? Tyree. My man Tyree. Now, remember last season on Before the 90 Days, Tyree, who was with Carmela, got catfished by a guy named Christian. So Tyree is coming to the single life. Tyree. And last but not least is a person who I really don't want to see. And I don't normally say that about 90 Dayers because I love the show, but I'm just not a fan of this person, and that is Natalie. Natalie, her voice is annoying. I don't like her. She has a rude personality. She thinks she's all of that. She's really pretty, but she thinks she's all that, and she's not. and everything. She's still legally married to Mike. She can't make a decision. Like, she don't know what she's doing. Like, she's rude. She's disrespectful. She's a moneymaker. Like, Natalie, Ed, Angela, all moneymakers, in my opinion, for the show. So, yeah. Anyway, guys, that is the end of my review. Please like and subscribe to my channel. I'll be back on later tomorrow to do Catfish. So be sure to watch out for that. So next week will be the last week of my recaps for the year, because I think, like, after this next week's episode of 90 Day Fiancé, and then the tell-all finale for The Other Way and stuff, then we're going to go on Christmas break, because they're not going to air. Apparently, TLC is not airing an episode on Christmas Eve or New Year's Eve, since those days are on a Sunday. TLC has decided not to air 90 Day Fiancé for 2 weeks. So we're after this week on the 17th of we'll have 90 Day Fiancé, but then we're gonna have 2 weeks off, and it will return back on January 7th. So, but now, of course, the Single Life will air on the 1st, on New Year's Day. That will air on the 1st, so I'll probably be back on the next day after that. So I'll try to get Married at First Sight again. I once again forgot to do it. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know why I keep struggling to do Married at First Sight. Like, I don't know why. I'm really sorry, guys. But anyway, guys, that is the end of my review. Please like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see y'all again soon. Have a great one.